there were two teams in this game, and the other team in this game, right, was the Baltimore Ravens. And something that you and I have, in our short time doing this, that we've hated is the trash narrative surrounding Lamar Jackson, that he can't win a big game. Like, you lose one playoff game as a rookie, and then you have a rough game as a team in your second playoff game, and all of a sudden Lamar Jackson, and one Chiefs game, you lose off a fluke Patrick Mahomes throw to Tyreek Hill, and you lose to them twice, and now you can't win a big game. And I don't even know what constitutes this big game. To me, that game on Monday Night Football, must win for your playoff hopes. Division rival was as big as a big regular season game gets in the NFL. And Lamar Jackson, he carried their offense when he was there. Then he came off, and it was like fantasy type stuff for him to come off, run in, come off, make the winning touchdown throw, and then drive them down the field for the GOAT kicker to do GOAT things. Lamar Jackson won a big game. I hope that narrative is put to rest. Lamar Jackson is spectacular and special. Absolutely, I thought he was fantastic. And I just wanted to say that. I know you feel the same way.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. You know, he's struggled against the Chiefs, and people are like, wow, they're horrible. They lost to the best team in the league last year. They've lost to Mahomes, I think, 3 times now. And yeah, like you said, this is about as big of a game for regular season as it gets. If they lost this game, they would not have made the playoffs. I think they're somehow still in playoff contention for the AFC playoff wild card. And that we've mentioned in the past. I mean, at a certain point, I didn't think they were going to make it just due to how tough it's been. The Raiders have dropped some games and stuff like that. So they could sneak in, and they're definitely a dangerous team. I'm interested to see them play, who they'll play if they do make it, because coming into the year, you know, they were 14-2 last year, and they only got better on the defensive end. They lost Yanda, and they've been losing some O-linemen, so their offense is progressed. Yeah, and
Matt Skura.
They've gotten a little worse, but still, they were projected, you know, like we've said this before. Colin Cowherd thought they were going to go 16-0, which is blasphemous in its own right. But, you know, they were just projected to do really, really well. So if they make it, you know, their defense still is loaded with talent. Lamar can play hero ball to a certain extent. And if they can get a lead on a team, you know, they have good running backs. And now that they're kind of letting Dobbins free and feeding him the rock more often, he's been killing it.
Yeah, so they've lost. O-lineman has been in and out, right? Like Matt Skura has missed a couple games as their center and all of that. But the thing for me is, if they get healthy, which means Calais Campbell, Derek Wolfe, Brandon Williams, all those guys up front start finding themselves, and Jimmy Smith, Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey are healthy. Pat Queen is healthy. Their offensive line gets some continuity over these last 4 weeks, and Lamar is good to go. They're dangerous. They're very dangerous because they have one guy who's kind of an outlier in Lamar Jackson. You don't know what he's going to do, and you can have a game plan for him. I don't trust their receivers, which is why ultimately I think they could win a playoff game, and they would still fall flat versus the Chiefs or the Bills, and people would then call him a choker again, which is so false and such a dumb narrative. But I just don't trust the receivers. We've hit Hollywood Brown quite a bit, you know. He's just not worth what they invested in him. Mark Andrews is solid, but he's not a Waller. He's not a Kelsey. He's not a Kittle. He's kind of more of a poor man's Ertz. I would put him there, but he's a different play style, so there. So I don't think they have great weapons on the outside, which is ultimately going to hurt them. But yeah, I think they still could be dangerous because their defense, if they get healthy, has an opportunity to really screw up some teams' offenses.
And never doubt Harbaugh in the playoffs. That man will make the game close. He's a great head coach in the league. He has been. You know, he always plays the Patriots really close, even after, you know, Flacco's 2012 season. But